Hey y'all, welcome back to BarBelles at Home. Today we're here with Lauren Manaker, a registered dietitian.
So we're going to talk about ways to survive the holidays. The holidays are coming up between Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and everything in between. It is challenging to maintain your weight, let alone lose weight. I tell my clients, now is the time to maintain. Let's not make goals that we can't keep. If you can keep your weight the same between October and December, you're doing great. So let's just go through some ways, little tips, little tricks that we can keep your weight where it already is without depriving yourself of all those goodies. First thing I want to talk about are the cocktails. This is a 6-ounce glass of wine. People seem to indulge a little more in alcoholic beverages over the holidays. One 6-ounce glass of white wine is give or take 140 calories. Problem is, some people don't have just one glass of wine, and those calories can really creep up, especially since they're drinks. You don't feel full after drinking those cocktails. So what I like to do, so I could still enjoy a glass of wine while maintaining my weight, is I have a white wine spritzer. So since this is a 6-ounce glass of wine, all I do is I take 3 ounces of wine, I cut it in half, and make up for the other 3 ounces with some seltzer water. You can also get the benefit of some of those fun little bubbles, so it's kind of like drinking champagne. If you tell yourself that it tastes like champagne, maybe you'll believe it. So you just pour that in a wine glass. I like to squeeze a little lime in my drink. 70 calories. Half the calories of the glass of wine, to me, just as satisfying. Not as many calories, and you can still keep a clean head, so you can focus on what you're going to eat the rest of the day or evening. Moving on to just an appetizer that I like to serve to my guests over the holidays, especially because of the festive colors, but also because it has so much protein and nutrients in this food. Instead of munching on things like the Swedish meatballs or the chips and dip or any kind of food that's just munchy, caloric, and doesn't really give you anything, I like to serve this. What this is low-fat mozzarella cheese on the bottom, a little bit of sun-dried tomato on top, and I just put a piece of rosemary in between just to give it that festive look. The reason I like to snack on these as opposed to other options is because the cheese, again we use the low-fat cheese, it gives you protein, and the protein is going to hold you over longer, not make you feel as hungry. So when the actual mealtime comes, you're not going to overindulge because you're starving. You're just going to make smarter choices because of this snack. Again, you're also getting things like calcium, you're getting the nutrients from the tomato. You just want to keep in mind, 1 serving of cheese is basically the size of your thumb. So since this is a healthier snack, it's not a free snack. You still have to count your calories. It's just a smarter snack than other options. One challenge a lot of people have over the holidays are the desserts. Now's the time for all those good pies, the homemade pies, the pies that you don't normally have during the rest of the year. People tend to overindulge on those foods and not think about the calories and the impact those foods are making to their waistline. One thing I keep hearing over and over again is how people think that pecan pie is good for you because nuts are healthy, which is true. Nuts are a fabulous snack if you're having the correct portion size. The problem with the pecan pie is there is so much sugar and butter added to that pie that 1 slice is 500 calories and give or take 24 or 25 grams of fat. That's a meal. That's too much fat for a meal, and the calories for a man is essentially what a meal should be. And that's how many calories you're taking in after your meal when you're having the pie. Another misconception is the health benefits of the nut, where I'm hearing research more and more that once the nut is heated, it loses its health benefits. So the better choice, in my opinion, is pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, one slice has about 300 calories, and you're getting all the benefits of the vitamin A that the pumpkin provides. And it's just amazing. So enjoy your pumpkin pie. You don't have to deprive yourself. 2 tips, 2 little ways to sneak in those treats without having so many calories. The first thing I like to point out is the pie crust. A typical serving size of pie crust is 145 calories and 8 grams of fat. If you can cut that out, that's going to save you 145 calories. One thing I like to point out, graham crackers, these 2 sheets are about 145 calories. So if you can't live without the crust, one thing you can do is take your pie crust and just crumble the graham crackers on the bottom of the pie crust. Crumble them better than how I did, but you get the idea. Pour your pie topping on top of this and just bake it how you normally would. And that will save you about 100 calories per slice. The second tip is people always think they can't have their pie without ice cream or something on top. I want to point out one thing that my husband actually bought today when we were in the healthy store. He found probably the one thing that wasn't very healthy, regular ice cream. 1/2 cup of ice cream. You can read the calories right there. 320 calories on top of the pie. So if you're having something like a pecan pie, that's 500 calories, plus 1/2 cup of ice cream, which is 320 calories, you do the math. It's a lot of calories as a dessert. What I like to use instead is fat-free Cool Whip, 15 calories, no grams of fat, good to go, saving yourself that extra slice of pie you want to have tomorrow. Good compromise. When people think of Christmas, one drink that comes to mind is eggnog. Although it's tasty for some people, not myself, but for some people, they don't realize just how bad it is for your body. If it's made with the real cream and the real eggs, and then you add the liquor to it, it's so high in saturated fat, high in calories. 1 cup can add up to 500 calories, which is, again, as we've mentioned before, a lot for something that you're drinking. One alternative I like to give my clients is an apple cider. Gives you a little bit of riboflavin, niacin. It also gives you that festive feel without adding all that saturated fat to your body. Especially if you're planning on eating some kind of pumpkin pie, not pecan pie, with ice cream on top later. You don't want to blow it with having your eggnog before your meal. So, how I like to make my apple cider is I just take all these basic ingredients. 2 cups of cranberry juice. I use the low sugar cranberry juice just to save myself some more calories. So we have 2 cups of the cranberry juice. Add it to a pot. 3 cups of apple juice, or you can use apple cider if you prefer. I like to use the low sugar apple juice. Again, to just save some more calories. Then you take some brown sugar. About 2 to 3 tablespoons of the brown sugar can do. You can try to use the ones that are lower in calories, such as the Splenda. I like to use the real brown sugar in this recipe though. So this will be about 2 to 3 tablespoons in the pot. Just to add some more sweetness to this drink. And then you're going to add 8 cloves. 4 whole allspice, 1 1 whole nutmeg, and 2 whole cinnamon sticks. And the rest of the cinnamon sticks I like to keep to garnish my cups. And all you do is you stir it up, bring it to a boil, and then you let it simmer for 30 minutes. You strain all the goodies out of it, and then you enjoy. Hope you enjoy your holiday season, and good luck with your weight goals.